we'll just thank all our guests. It's been a fiery debate, but whenever you're doing a debate about Jammu and Kashmir, you never get clear answers, Abhishek. That's the real problem, because you have a section that continues to foment a kind of a narrative. And I think much the same is also being happening when you talk of governors versus state governments. That's got to be our next focus, our next debate. Let's see what has happened in Tamil Nadu, Abhishek, for the last many days, in fact. DMK versus the ruling governor on one issue versus the other. But today it's in fact crossed a red line. Yeah. Why do we say that? Because we've seen the crassest of language. We've seen abuses. We've even seen a death threat going out to the governor by a DMK neta. And Abhishek, till now, that is till 10:30 p.m., we haven't seen any reaction yet that has come in from the DMK condemning that comment. Yeah,
they've approached the president, that's okay, but the DMK allies have taken to the streets saying, get out Ravi. And we have seen the posters. But who is really responsible for this face-off? And who wants to stoke identity politics all over again? Here are the developments, and then we come back to debate.
First, there was a face-off in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, leading to a walkout by the governor. Then there was a face-off over a Pongal invite. The BJP came in defense of the governor.
VCK, Communist, Congress, they all doing a protest in the Raj Bhavan. What Mr. Thirumavalan should have done, he should have gone to the secretariat and protested there. So we strongly condemn this, but they should not forget. But BJP will fight tooth and nail this DMK government. We will definitely expose these people. They are getting exposed.
And now there are all-out protests.
The Tamil Nadu government and its alliance parties are extremely upset with the kind of issues that is happening. Take a look at the massive protest that is happening here. Hundreds and hundreds of Virudhalai Sirthaikal Katchis, cadres, functionaries, leaders, everyone have been gathered here, including the state presidents of the CPI and the CPM, and Congress leaders are also here to take part in the protest and show their support to the Virudhalai Sirthaikal Katchi.
Get out Ravi posters were put up. A DMK delegation met President Draupadi Murmu to complain against the Tamil Nadu governor. Now the governor has reached New Delhi. But in Tamil Nadu, this DMK neta has unleashed an abuse factory. Is it time to put an end to the governor versus government fight? Let's debate.
So the DMK versus the governor was going on, Abhishek, when this entire abuse factory was hurled. Unleashed. There was a death threat, and we still haven't heard the DMK condemning that statement. This man is still a part of the DMK, and can this then be a precedent? Unfortunately, that we are looking and reporting at a story like this, and the comments are so bad, gentlemen, that we can't even play that out on national television. Mr. Karai Selvaraj is leader of the MDMK, and my first question will be to him, as we also welcome SG Suraya, Secretary of the BJP in Tamil Nadu, Kovai Satyan, spokesperson of the ADMK, Dr. M. Satya Kumar, lawyer and economist, with us on the broadcast from Chennai, and TSS Mani is a senior journalist, and we are also waiting for Dr. Suman C. Raman to join us in just a bit. But Karai Selvaraj, how is it today that you have people like this gentleman, this DMK neta called Sivaji Krishnamurthy, being allowed to abuse and issue death threats to the governor? If this is the reality of what's really going on in Tamil Nadu, this should be, made a matter, and you should put out a complaint to the DMK instead of complaining to the president about, the governor and a lot of other things. Mr. Selvaraj.
Yeah, this is not the reality in Tamil Nadu. But whatever the statement given by Sivaji Krishnamurthy, I personally heard many speeches of him. But even personally, I don't like the way he
But why today? Why today? As we also say good evening to Suman C. Raman, who's also joining us. Why, Suman C. Raman, has the DMK not spoken up against this? Is this an acceptable behavior, Suman? Should we allow and normalize such kind of a behavior, even if you have differences with the governor?
No, I think you should go back.
Should he not be sacked? I mean, Sumant Raman, I don't know if you have listened to what the the leader of the DMK has said. Shouldn't he be really sacked?
Look, first of all, there are two things here. One is what the governor has been doing in the state. Now, a lot of that is completely, in my opinion, is not in line with the constitution. But clearly, the speech of this Shivaji Krishnamurthy is completely unacceptable. And ideal situation should be where the party should take action against him. They won't do it because, you know, the DMK, the Dravidian movement is full of such speeches, people who are making such speeches. But the point is, has the governor acted in line with the constitution is the key question. By editing out portions of the speech, he may not have violated the law, but he has certainly violated the convention, where the speech to be read out is given by the state government and is read out by the state government virtually, read out by the governor in toto.
Why did you think he did that? Why did you think Sumant he did that? What is your allegation? What is your allegation?
No,
what's the innuendo?
The allegation is very, very simple, that he is perhaps acting as on behalf of someone and is trying to create an embarrassment. He's holding back 15 bills. 15 bills that have been passed by the legislature have not been either approved or rejected. And they have been there with him for several months. Some of them for 7-8 months he's been sitting on them.
Sumant Raman.
Yeah.
Sumant Raman, Sumant Raman, this is not the first time, the first time this is happening in the country. And by the way, governor obviously is the representative of the center in the state. That's constitution. And that's how things stand. So you can't say
the governor
somebody obviously is representing the center.
Sorry. No, I think, he's supposed to represent the central government, not the ruling party at the center. I'm sorry, I don't know where the constitution says that the governor shall be a representative of the ruling party. Is it the
first time this is happening, Sumant Raman? We are talking real politics. We are talking real politics. This is the first time it's happening.
No, it's not. Congress chief ministers, Congress appointed governors have done this for many years. But two wrongs, I'm sorry, they do not make a right. I don't know where we are, going around.
Okay, so we should, Abhishek, let the BJP respond to that. SG Surya. So the allegation is very clear that the BJP wants to hit out at the DMK via the governor. That's the allegation Sumant is making.
No, we have spoken enough about the governor's speech and the contents given by the state government. We do not have problem if whatever is given is truth. But if you make up all the falsehoods and wants the governor to read it, wants the governor to fake pride all your so-called achievements, which are not testified by anybody, and I don't think the governor is going to budge to it. See, for example, if the president is given a speech filled with RSS ideology, do you think the president of India will speak about it, or do you think the current central government will give such a speech? So similarly, here the state government is giving the bullshit ideology called Dravidian ideology and is trying to fake pride.
I don't think we should use language like that, sir.
And because, Sumant, you have a problem with what the BJP secretary today is saying, Sumant, Sumant, where were you? Where were you when the DMK government, was trying to dilute the governor's powers? Sumant, Mr. Surya, give me 10 seconds, sir. Give me 10 seconds before we open this up. Where was Sumant C. Raman and where was Karai Selvaraj and TSS money when you had the DMK government trying to dilute governor's powers? You know why I say this, Sumant, is because, you know, in the month of April in 2022, Sumant, Mr. Surya, please. Mr. Surya, please, you're talking over me now. I need to ask that important question to Sumant. Mr. Surya, I'm requesting you to please pull back. Sir, I have to ask a question to Sumant. Sumant, there are 3 facts. You know, in the April of 2022, the Tamil Nadu government passes 2 bills to amend the laws of 13 universities to transfer the power to appoint their VCs from the governor to the state government. So was this not the DMK government trying to dilute governor's powers? Question number 1. What is wrong if the governor hasn't yet signed this, you know, online gambling bill? This is also one of the bills, Abhishek, that he says is pending, considering the replies given by the state government and the clarifications he had sought haven't come up. Because isn't that the job of the governor to scrutinize, Sumant, every bill that goes to him?
1 second. So can I speak now? Okay. Point number 1. Similar bills curbing the powers of the governor have been passed in many states. They've been passed by assemblies in Maharashtra. They've been passed by assemblies in West Bengal and so on. In every state, the governors have put a roadblock to them and created some issues there. Now, this is basically because the elected government has not been able to get its way with the appointment of vice chancellors and so on in the various universities at the state level. That's point number 1. Now, you don't like it, reject it. The point is not about the governor compulsively having to accept what the state legislature does. He can reject it, but he's not doing that because he knows if he rejects it, the assembly will pass it again and send it back to him, and then constitutionally he has no option but to sign. One point. Online gambling. Wait, Abhishek. Online gambling. Now, every other day, look, I agree that the online gambling bill is not going to pass legal scrutiny. It will be struck down by the court. It has already been struck down in several states, and Supreme Court has also struck it down. But here is an elected government that has passed a law. Now, if you don't want to sign, reject it and send it back. Say, I believe it will not pass legal scrutiny. Send it back to the legislature. Why do you sit on it doing nothing? That is why your action becomes questionable.
Can I reply? Can I reply?
And if the governor, Abhishek, does not sign, you abuse him. You abuse him, you issue him death threats. That is what it has come down to. Let's also get a TSS money who hasn't spoken. Then we'll get in Kovai Satyan and Mr. Satya Kumar.
I have picking up from where Sumant Raman left. Sumant Raman, you know, I have to get others also involved representing the DMK view, Karai Selvaraj and TSS money. If I could begin with TSS money. TSS money, you know, let's agree 100% with what Sumant Raman has said, that governor should not be withholding or holding assent to these bills for that long. Now, I am giving you an example. Sumant Raman said it's an elected government, let it have its say and let the courts decide. Okay. In the year 2003, an elected government TSS money in Gujarat brought out what is called the Gujarat Control of Organized Crime Law. Narendra Modi was the chief minister of the state and Amit Shah was the home minister. Gujarat was facing terror. This was in the immediate aftermath of the Akshardham terror attack. You know for how many years the law was withheld. The assent to the law was withheld by the Congress government for its entire 10 years, UPA 1 and UPA 2. Despite the fact that in neighboring Maharashtra, entirely similar law by the name of Makoka, Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act existed. TSS money. You know, that is something which was absolute abuse of the office of the governor. Not what is happening now, where there are some legitimate questions. You are attacking the powers of the governor and the governor is expected to agree with it and then give assent to the bill.
Sir, quoting Gujarat's governors of the past by Congress or Congress guided, you are going to justify the very same thing as you have quoted it as abuse. If that is abuse, here also for all these bills, it is also bigger abuse. You are quoting itself. You say It's an abuse by
No,
Gujarat
it is, the
governor.
process is not ended. You see, there is a mechanism put in place in the constitution under which the governor can review, the governor can, withhold the assent for the time being, the governor can ask questions, the governor can refer it to the president. All that process is not ended for these deals, for God's sake.
Correct. Our governor, R.N. Ravi, has not rejected, has not accepted, has not sent it to the president. That is the problem here. Do you understand? So, he is not doing what he has to do. That is the question here. From many things on this one, online gaming, online gambling, it came, that is in an ordinance, the very same governor accept the ordinance and sign the ordinance. The very same governor is not doing anything on the bill passed by the government of Tamil Nadu. The elected government of Tamil Nadu should not be abused by a nominated governor is the question. You have to see the past of the R.N. Ravi.
Mr. Money, sir, you're a senior journalist. Whether it is the ruling state government of Tamil Nadu, the DMK, or the governor of the state, sir, none should be abused. Today you're shouting out your lungs to obviously hit out at the governor. Fine, you have questions. There is a system. But why not any outrage? Mani sir, why no outrage against this DMK neta who's also heard abuses at the governor? How can that be allowed? Is there any justification to that? Very briefly before I get in, Mr. Satya Kumar.
What happened on the 9th for the governor's speech? Governor supposed to give the speech of the government policies of Tamil Nadu, right?
So you're justifying this because the governor did not listen to us, we will abuse him. Exactly. So you've laid that out very clearly.
No.
So you've laid that out very clearly. You're a journalist, sir. That's your position. Satya Kumar, you're a lawyer and an economist. You're a lawyer and an economist, Satya Kumar. Now clearly, none of the sides are ready to budge. None of the sides are ready to budge.
Let me answer.
How can he delete the policies of the government?
Yes. Satya Kumar.
Mr. Satya Kumar. Mr. Mani, hold on. Let Mr. Satya Kumar respond to the charges you have made.
Inclusive development, women's rights, equality, religious harmony, these policies. What is the contradiction?
Mr. Mani, hold on. Let Mr. Satya Kumar respond. We don't have much time. Let Mr. Satya Kumar respond to the charges you have made. Please.
Abhishek, we should see the role of the governor is a constitutional position. What is he trying to do? Governor is actually exercising and implementing all the constitutional remedies possible in the respective state. And nobody can direct the governor. Please understand. Only they can advise. Nobody can direct the governor. He has a discretionary power as per Article 163 or 2 of the Constitution of India. The discretionary powers are constitutional discretion and situational discretion. In a respective situation, he has the powers to exercise his discretion. Take, for example, in the State Assembly, Tamil Nadu State Assembly, whether to use the phrase Dravidian model of governance and use the name of the social reformers like Tandai Periyar or Arinjan Anna. It is a discretion of the governor. He has the power. He has the power. It is not about politics of it. Please understand. I am not commenting about politics.
But because, Mr. Satya Kumar, because you're also defending the governor, there are certain questions that, go out also to you. Why was the state government's emblem omitted in Pongal invites is also a question that the other side today is asking. 19 bills that are still pending. Again, Mr. Surya, that's also a question. I think Kovai Satyan also hasn't spoken till now. He's from the ADMK. So instead of Satya Kumar, we'll get Kovai Satyan to respond to this. And apologies, Mr. Satyan. Apologies, Mr. Satyan. We are coming to you at the fag end of the debate. But I think these are important questions.
Yeah.
Why was this? Yes. Why was this entire debate of Tamizagam versus Tamil Nadu even kicked up by the governor? People see that there possibly is a larger motive.
We should understand that the idea of the governor is not changing the name of Tamil Nadu. It is only
that question is for Kovai Satyan. Satya Kumar, we'll come back to you.
Kovai Satyan.
We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, Mr. Satyan.
Yeah, good evening. With due respect to the fellow panelists, we, the opposition of Tamil Nadu, wants to put forth the facts before your viewers get into a conclusion. Say you want an answer for many events that is getting rolled out in the state. The first thing is the stalemate between the government and the governor. The second thing is lewd comments, derogatory comments made by a third line or a fourth line candidate by the DMK. So I'll start with that. A derogatory, despicable comment is definitely not accepted, is highly condemnable. And you certainly can't say that you go to Jammu and Kashmir, I'll send terrorists to assassinate you. That's not the way you address. You can't show your valor and bravery by taking a law into your hand. And the ally MDMK of DMK and his representative stating that we didn't like is not the right way to put across. You should stand up with spine and say we condemn it and we need action. That's the right way to put it across. We AIDMK definitely demand action as per the books of law against this person. And moving to next, you might have differences
But you're supporting
of opinion.
the governor, Mr. Satyan. Mr. Satyan, why don't you answer these questions? Is the governor, as is being alleged by Sumant, by Mr. Mani, by Mr. Selvaraj, is the governor acting as per a plan? He deliberately is wanting to stoke controversy. Is that true?
I'm coming to that. The elected representative, the ruling government and the governor can be in loggerheads with respective bureaucracy. But what's happening in Tamil Nadu is DMK is trying to paint a picture of ideological differences with the governor and the state, which is not good for the state and is not good for the people of Tamil Nadu. While DMK alleges that governor is the one who flouted the norms, it goes the same well with DMK. Suddenly the CM stands up and says, Sumoto, I am going to dilute Article 17 and bring a resolution against the governor, which is definitely not the norm, which is definitely not the precedent which has set earlier. Now governor walking out has become a history. The same with Stalin, Sumoto tabling a resolution without the speaker permission is a history. So you can flout norms and just to drive a political agenda in the name of ideology. An ideological war, your elected representative and the governor cannot have an ideological war out in open. It will do no good to the state.
Right.
You can have differences in bureaucracy, like you're saying 15 bills are not signed.
All right.
On
that note, this is something where both the sides, I think the governor might have pushed the envelope a bit, but that does not really justify the kind of comments that have been made by the DMK leader against the Constitutional High Office. I believe in the interest of propriety and constitutional decorum, both sides perhaps should pull back from here on. On that note, Deepthi, I think we come to an end of this edition of the debate. Of course, we are back again tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Yes,
thank you so much for watching.
Absolutely. We thank all our guests. With this, it's a goodbye and a good night. Do keep watching Republic.